Welcome to this ToolHound Learning Center video where we'll look at different methods of optimizing consumable inventory, including ensuring adequate inventory is on hand, setting guidelines on the frequency for which certain items are checked out, and viewing usage statistics to make informed decisions. To ensure an adequate quantity on hand, the minimum and maximum on-hand values can be entered on the part number for each stocking location. This can be done one by one or imported. You can then set up a background notifications for part numbers below the minimum quantity on hand. The drawbacks are that this is a daily notification and that there are no filters. You'll get all inventory below the quantity on hand. Also, the low inventory report can be filtered for consumable only. While reports are manually run, you can optionally schedule this report to run on a custom frequency that's more useful for you. The min-max quantities are set on each part number for each stocking point. If you have multiple stocking points, you can have different values for each one. We'll filter by a partial part number for all high visibility gloves and set the same min and max values for each size. On the Stocking Points tab, we add 5 for the min on hand and 10 for the max on hand. Then we save and move to the next record. Alternatively, you can import the min-max values once you've downloaded and completed the template. This is much more efficient. Let's set up a below inventory notification. Start by clicking plus and select the document type, part numbers. For the event, we'll select below minimum quantity on hand, and we'll set the visibility. In this case, the entire organization. We'll select the user to email to. This is a background notification, so no text needs to be entered. And this will send the notification for all part numbers, and click Save. We can make a copy of this notification, remove the recipient, change the visibility to be a specific stocking point, and then set the recipient to be the tool crib manager, and save this new notification. Let's have a look at the low inventory report. We'll filter it for consumables only. The consumable filter uses what's called a tri-state flag. With the dash in it, it's completely ignored. If it's blank, then consumables are excluded. And if it's checked, it's filtering for only consumables. Let's run this report again, but filtered for the main stocking location only. Now let's schedule this filtered report to show up in our inbox every second Monday in the Excel format so that it's easier to send to our purchasers. To set checkout guidelines for each part number, you define the combination of maximum issues and max issue days. This determines the quantity of issues, how many, and the frequency, how often, for each entity for that part number. This is a guideline only. It's a warning. It can be overridden at the time of issue when the transaction is being processed. Let's look at how to reduce the issues of safety glasses to 1 pair per person every 30 days. We'll filter by the category PPE and subcategory eyeglasses and search. This finds 3 part numbers. For each one of these part numbers, we'll set the maximum issue value to 1 and the maximum issue days to 30 before saving the part number. This restricts the number of issues per part number, not by category. So someone could take 2 different types of glasses within the same time period. Let's see how this impacts transactions. We'll start by issuing a set of glasses out to Elias and save the transaction. Three weeks later, we'll issue another set of glasses of the same part number to Elias. Since it falls within the 30-day time frame, a warning message is displayed. But we can override this and continue with the issue. We can use the Exceeds Max Issue report to give visibility to these transactions that are falling outside the guidelines. Let's schedule the Exceeds Max Issue report for every Friday afternoon. As important as ensuring you have enough inventory on hand is minimizing the consumables not seeing turnover. The issues by part report summarizes transactions by part number for a given date range. We'll ignore the date for now, and on the Advanced Filters tab, we'll add a filter for the inventory type consumable is true. We'll add a second filter where the transaction date is equal to last month. This is a relative date and it allows us to schedule the report, and it will always give us data for the previous month. Let's schedule this issues by part report filtered by consumables and the transactions for the last month to go out on the first day of each month. The consumable report includes details of each transaction for consumable issues and returns. Let's filter this report for the main stocking location, and then we'll add an advanced filter for the transaction date is equal to the relative date of last week. Let's schedule this report to go out in Excel format each Monday for the previous week. Two other reports that give visibility to the movement or lack of movement of inventory are the dead stock report and the peak usage report. Let's review what we've learned so far. There are multiple approaches available for optimizing consumable inventory. All are optional, so use whichever ones work best for you. We saw how to ensure adequate quantity on hand by setting min and max values. Set how many and how often for each part number to limit excessive issues for certain parts. And analyze usage statistics to reduce the number of parts not seeing turnover. And how to leverage notifications and scheduled reports to deliver actionable data to your inbox. Thanks for watching this video from the ToolHound Learning Center. For any questions, contact our support team, and remember, subscribe and hit the notification bell.